Hey everybody, welcome back to Church Communications. We're so excited today because this webinar is going to be awesome. I'm Katie Ard, founder of Church Communications, if you didn't know. And then today I'm joined by Jamie Stoller, who's a vice president over at Outreach. I love what we're talking about today, Jamie. Like, social media is my thing. I absolutely love it. I know this product that we're talking about is Outreach Digital. I keep thinking of it as digital outreach because that's what it is. Really going to like revolutionize the way you do your job if you're doing this thing, like save so much time. And so let's go ahead and talk about it.
Yeah. So we launched Outreach Social a few years ago. It's come through a number of different iterations, but we were really wanting to create something to help churches up their social media game and make it really easy for them, right? So
Right.
as with any product, like we started out with somewhat of a MVP, a minimal viable product, and it did some cool things, but then, listening to customer feedback, and then just as social media has progressed, right? We've made a lot of changes that I think are pretty cool. I think you guys are going to like. So in a nutshell, there's a few cool advantages to this. First, it's essentially a graphics library with over 3,000 graphics that you can access, download, share through
Right.
social media, and so on.
Right.
But you can also use those 3,000 images to do auto postings and set up your whole year within minutes. So we'll dive in here in a second and show you some of the back end so you can kind of get an idea of how you might be able to use it. And just a call out that we have a 14-day free trial. Katie will be sharing the link. So you can get in for yourself, connect to your Facebook account, check it out a little bit. If nothing else, you can get set up and kind of use it to ramp up for Easter and maybe, a few days beyond, and then decide if it's something that, fits your needs or not.
Right.
So,
yeah. And
cool.
only for $19. Plus, there's Instagram now. So I don't know of a lot of services that post natively to Instagram. Normally, they have to go through Buffer or through some other kind of service. Like you have to hook it up and it doesn't always work. But you're telling me you just got access to the Instagram API. You can post natively to Instagram.
Yeah, we just got it. So it's
That's
been
really cool.
Facebook and Twitter, and we've been working with Instagram for a few months now, and they just opened up their API. So as far as I know, like we may be the only people that have Instagram available now. I'm sure over time more solutions will add it, but I guess we're ahead of the game a little bit. But if you're an Insta, guru, I think you'll like this. So
yeah, for sure. Cool. All right, let's look at it. Let's see what's inside.
Yeah, so say once you land on digital.outreach.com or go to the link that Katie provides, you'll come in, set up your free trial, get set up. So I'm already set up, so I'm gonna log in and share with you what I see. So one of the main things here, once I log in, I'm in my social Outreach Digital social profile, right? So I'm gonna go to social profiles over here, and I've got a few different accounts set up, right? So now, if you notice, like multiple accounts set up, like as a church, you can set up as many accounts as you want. Now, these have to be business pages, right? So you can't wire up your personal Facebook page, right? That's not going to work. It's got to be a church page or a business page, all right?
Right.
So say we've got a few added here, and you can see it's Facebook for these ones. We've got Instagram connected to this guy. If you want to add an additional church, or if you're multi-campus, you want to add another campus, you can manage it all from this one platform, right? So you can add Facebook here. If you want to add Instagram, just click that button, put in your credentials, choose the page, and it'll get set up for you. Okay.
Yeah.
So we've got some pages already preloaded. Now I'm going to come over to this auto scheduler, which is kind of the phase one piece of getting going. All right. Okay. So I've got it connected to Outreach. All right. I've got my time zone selected. All right. And you know what? Based on my either gut feel or some data or some reason,
you can go to Insights, right? You can go to Facebook Insights and you can find out what time you should post.
Yeah, exactly. So we like to do 9 a.m. So we'll set up for 9 a.m. You choose which days you want it to post, right? So here we're going to do every day.
Yeah.
And then this logo is interesting because you can optionally upload your church logo to be included as a watermark on each post. For best results, the image should be square, have a transparent background, and be a minimum of 150 by 150 in PNG format, which will allow that transparent background. So what will happen, and you'll see here in a minute, we will, like, as we post different graphics, we will automatically overlay your logo in an open section of the graphic that posts. I say open section because, like, if the bottom left corner has part of like a scripture there, the system will read that and put it in the right-hand corner instead. Cool. And then it will also like recognize if the graphic has a dark background, it'll overlay put a white overlay on the logo so it shows up nicely. Yeah. Or a dark overlay if the background is lighter color. So you'll see that here in a second. So you add your logo, PNG format. You come up here to categories, all right? So, why is that still there? Let's go back.
Settings and just click off of it.
Apparently it really likes that question mark. So you'll come to categories over here, and this is where you can really set up your social accounts to auto post for a year and beyond in a matter of minutes. So I want it to go to Christmas. I like Easter. If I want to expand one of these, I can choose which one of these subcategories within Easter I want. Right. Same thing with scriptural. If for some reason, we don't want, NIV, right? For whatever reason, we can deselect that. Down here under quotes, for example, inspirational quotes, what is that? You click on details and it'll open up a couple examples here for you. It's like, okay, I see that. That's cool. Yes, I like that. All right, yeah, add category, right? So you can come in and basically select what categories you want, deselect the ones you don't. Update. Got it?
Dude, I would tell them, so like, go back to the holidays.
Yeah.
So you were telling me earlier that these holidays will post automatically around the holiday.
Yeah, exactly. So we've got the system configured to know when Ash Wednesday is and know when Martin Luther King Day and Mother's Day is.
So Mother's Day will be posting randomly in December, right?
Exactly, yeah. So at least it shouldn't happen that way. We've got it coded in such a way where the system knows, when Mother's Day is, and it should post it, a few days ahead of time. So it helps you kind of stay relevant. Sure. Like I remember when I was doing graphic design and managing the Facebook page, as well as, wearing 15 other hats. It's like, it's 4th of July. I got to get, something with the flag and fireworks, right?
Yep.
So these will auto post right around when those holidays are. Okay.
Yeah.
So here's a cool, here's a cool feature that we added based on some feedback. So here, if I go to calendar, I can go in and actually see what posted each day this week, and I can customize it as well. So say, for example, say if you've got a bunch of different accounts set up and each one has unique categories, it'll just continue to vertically list each one under that day for the relevant post, right? Yeah. And say, for example, I'm looking at this guy, and as I'm kind of looking ahead, previewing the week, it's like, man, it's kind of dark. I'm not sure if I like that. Peeps or chocolate bunnies? Well, actually, that's probably a good one because that's a good engagement post, right?
Right.
But let's just say, for example, we don't like it. I'm gonna come in here and select remove graphic, and I want to add a new graphic. Okay.
Oh, cool.
So another.
You can look at your library instead of just uploading, right?
Right. Yeah. So we've got up here under social graphics library, which, by the way, right now there's 3,093 images for you to choose from, these different categories, and you can download every single one of these and use it.
I'm going to send you some new ones so we can have the library on there too.
Yep. And we're adding, I don't know exactly the number we're adding each week, but we're adding new images each week at least each month, right?
That's cool.
So you can choose from our graphics library, or you can choose from your own graphics library, which you'll see here in just a minute. So when you come in here, you select, what you want, church marketing, university ones, or let's go ahead and get, I can't remember if this was a Friday one or not, but let's do Good Friday and see what comes up.
Okay.
Hit search. Okay, this one's cool. I like this. So I'm gonna select that guy, select the graphic, and now I can come in and say, you know what? I don't want it on this one. I do want on both of these, and Good Friday, yes, cool. I like that time. And if I want to, add something custom here, like a custom message, I can add it right there, hit save changes, and it goes, okay? Or it'll be scheduled.
Right.
Earlier I mentioned when we were setting up, when you're adding your logo.
It already did it.
Yeah, so it even shows you in the preview. So this is kind of a generic logo for a sample church, if you will, but you'll notice that the background's a little darker, so we chose a lighter overlay for that logo, right? So,
that's pretty cool.
But it gives you a good glimpse into it. You can select next week, and then that will load and show you what's scheduled for next week, right? And you can go in and make any kind of changes that you would like, okay? Now, I'll show you this guy. Like if you are wanting to download some graphics or just see what we have, kind of get in here and browse, you can come up here, search by the categories, or you can come into the keywords and let's just say we're going to search for hope, right?
All right.
So hit enter and it's going to load 167 different graphics that are tagged with hope. You may be doing this, to try to find a graphic for your website or for, to download and put in your bulletin or a text or email or whatever. So I'm going to come in here. It's like,
what I love that one.
What's that?
You're fine if they download it and put it in their bulletin, huh?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. You can come in here, hit download, and boom, there it is. As you're in here also, you can say, you know what, I really like that one and I want to schedule that post. So even in from the media library, you can hit schedule post and it's going to load up and you can tell it to which day you want to go to. You can go out to, let's say July 1st. We want on July 1st at 1 p.m.
I want to give people hope on July 1st.
That's right. 4 p.m.
At 4 p.m. They're going to need it at 4 p.m.
Have hope, right? So that's what it posts. And note that it's a light background now. And so we did an auto dark overlay on your logo, okay? So there you go. So pretty cool. Now, if you want to add your own graphics, like if you're doing a sermon series or whatever, and you've created some graphics you really like, or you got graphics from some other resource, you can come in here and upload them here, right?
Yeah.
In this example, we've got some alpha graphics that we have. Same thing, you can go in and schedule it out, all right? So pretty cool. Now, if you want to get into some of your metrics, I know you can get in and view, just go straight into Facebook's analytics and dig in pretty deep. But if you also want to come in here and just get a quick glance at how things are going, we've got it wired up in here as well, right? So we've got it categorized by impressions, reach, engagement. And if you specifically want to see like how your outreach social posts from this auto posting platform is doing, you come in here and you can see individually kind of a preview of what each one looks like and what kind of reach and engagement each one has, right?
That's pretty good.
So you can dig in, check it out. Let's say, let's just check out this one. So we'll go to view and it'll take you to that post and show you like, okay, there's 2 shares and there's, 5 likes, right? So you kind of get the idea. So, but it's especially if you're creating your own graphics or even just using any of ours, you can come in here and kind of learn what your audience is connecting with, and then try to do more of those posts, right?
Right.
So, I mean, as an overview, this gives you kind of a broad-based deep dive into outreach digital overall. Right. And so I think about, we started talking about, who is right for this kind of solution, right? Like, I'd say, I know you and I talked about this a little bit before we jumped in this call, but
right.
There's a lot of small churches out there with.
Well, most of the churches are small.
Yeah, like 89%, right? So something like that.
Yep.
But when you're part of a small ministry, you're doing a lot of different things. Like you might be the greeter, you're cleaning the bathroom, you're vacuuming the floor, right? You're also the web designer, you're the social media person, and you may also be the worship leader and the photographer, right? Yeah. And so now I think like for those kind of people, and you may relate with this, right? Like you're busy, you're doing a million things, and you love every single thing you do, right? Well, maybe not everything, right? Like you might not.
I love a lot of it.
Yeah, you enjoy a lot of what you do.
I don't love the cleaning of the toilets. I'm just kidding.
But it's fun to sit down with a cup of coffee, some music, and crank out some graphics, right? And a lot of people are good at that, but when you're trying to come up with like
ideas,
a couple hundred or thousands, right, to schedule out and use, it's nice to have a little bit of help, and there's a lot of solutions out there, but this is the only one where I think, at least I know of, where it's not only a graphics library, but you can also auto schedule out your Facebook, your Twitter, and your Instagram for multiple accounts, unlimited, right? Yeah.
I think that's really cool.
Yeah, so for you guys that are designers yourself, you're pretty savvy. I'd say this is a great solution for you to dig in and help supplement in what you're already doing and make your life a little bit easier. But even for that pastor who's, bivocational, working another job, it's got a family, you're busy, you don't have a graphic designer, you don't have a social media person, you're doing it all. This is a really great solution for you as well. So, our hope is to make it easy for you. And I think you'll enjoy it. So, to reiterate, we've got a 14-day free trial. Now's a great time because we're running into Easter, so you can get your Easter posts going right now. But if we can simplify your life with some automated posts, then that's awesome.
Yeah, no, I love it. I think this is such a great product. I think churches are really going to get a lot out of it, save a lot of time. I can't stress enough how important time is right now, especially because it seems like 2020 just flew by because it wasn't a thing. And now I feel like we can't catch up fast enough to where we're going. But this digital ministry still really matters. Obviously, we saw how all the chips got laid into the digital world when, the physical one went away. So I think it's so important. So yeah, I love this product. I think it's going to be really great. I think it's really innovative. So
cool. A couple additional thoughts, like it might be going through some people's heads. Like I wouldn't say that I would not make this your total social media strategy, right? Like,
oh, right. Of course not.
You need to post other things that are more personal, but like things like this help just kind of the ongoing engagement and awareness and, getting in people's feeds. But and then another note I would say is, I've tried, especially early on, like, I think, I don't know, 10, 13, 15 years ago, when like having a lot of likes on your page, you know, meant a lot more than maybe it does now.
Yep.
Uh, the I tried a couple like auto posting platforms back then, right?
Mhm.
And none of them exist anymore, right?
Right.
And new ones pop up, and that's just kind of how business goes, right? Especially in
Right.
the digital space, like these
Right.
things, these kind of things can pop up all the time. But I mentioned that because like just kind of set the expectation that like we care about the church. We work with literally tens of thousands of churches every year. Like
Right.
we're all in on this. We're not going anywhere. And we've
Right.
got a sales team who's able to, you know, talk with a lot of churches and help walk you through if you have questions. But we also have a whole team of developers that are both developers and graphic designers who feed into this
Yeah.
nonstop. So we've got support there if you've got questions or even just, you know, want to run some ideas by us. We're happy to connect with you and you know, have some conversations. So
No, I love that. And I agree with you. I definitely think uh, outreach has been done such good work for the church. And so I just think I love what y'all are doing. And
yeah,
so when ChurchCom is so excited to partner with y'all to do that.
yeah,
I wanted to make sure everybody got the link. It is churchcommunications.com/outreach digital, churchcommunications.com/outreach digital. And y'all have other stuff on here too. You've got websites. You can build a website if you want to. You've got just so many other things y'all are launching, which I just love. And of course, we got a print store with y'all. And
yeah,
but man, I think this is such a cool product. I don't know. I'm excited about it. I'm going to use it myself. I already told Jamie that. Like, I'm like,
nice.
I don't know, like
Yeah,
what all these other kids are doing, but I'm going to definitely get into this product myself. So, uh,
yeah,
yeah, go ahead.
yeah. And appreciate that. And you know, I hope it works really well for you and simplifies your life too. But you know, thanks for the compliments about outreach. I've been here going on 8 years now, or 7.5, I guess. And you know, it's a great company. You know, we care deeply about the church. We really want to help the church. We're not perfect like anyone else, but you know, we always try to like, you know, have quality stuff and like we want to make an impact for the kingdom. But when I think about church communications, like you and I were meeting back when you were in Nashville, right?
Yes,
And
when I was a wee child,
yeah,
I feel like
but it's such a fun community, you know, like I'm in there every day, like many of the people that might see this. And you know, as part of that community, like everybody's trying to build each other up. And you know, if we can make your life easier, you know, save you some time, awesome, right?
yeah,
So,
for sure.
cool.
And I don't know if there's a week that goes by that somebody doesn't ask about a social media tool, like what social media tool people are using. So I'm going to be recommending this from now on because it's just such a great tool. I mean, I just haven't seen one that this is this clean and this well organized. And I just think it's really cool. So,
Awesome. Okay.
well,
Well,
thanks, Jamie, for hanging
yeah.
out. I
Yeah.
appreciate it.
Make sure you go to that link that Katie shared and sign up for the free trial. And we look forward to hearing from you and good luck.